All right, so the majority of this test, guys, for quadratic functions is Desmos, but there is a couple things that I want to write down because you will be able to use this on the test. All right, so for example, this question number 3 and number 4 is asking for domain and range. So let's put D for domain. Now, it doesn't matter what's happening as far as going up or going down. My domain is always going to be all real numbers. Okay, so we have the answer for domain, all real numbers. And the test will use the words all real numbers. We did some symbols last time. It's not going to have those symbols. It's going to say the actual words. So, all real numbers. And now, talking about the range. So my range has to have a relation with the vertex. So put a dot right here. So this one is also a vertex. Put a dot right here. All right. Now, whenever you find the vertex of the function, all right, so I'm going to put V for vertex. My vertex is at 2, 1. So I'm going to put parentheses, 2, comma 1, parentheses. The range is the Y number. So if I look here, I have 2, 1. This second one is going to be the range answer. So if the graph is going up, it's greater than, Y is greater than or equal to, and whatever this number is, I'm going to put, and that's my answer. Now, if my graph is going down, when I do range, and put Y is less than or equal to. So notice the symbols have to match the graphs. And look at this vertex. This vertex is positive 2, 64. So let me write it right here. The vertex is 2, 64. The range is supposed to be the Y number. So now I have less than or equal to, because it's facing down, 64. All right. So just remember, guys, as long as you have the vertex, you should be able to find the range. So go ahead and finish this one right here. Tell me what the range is going to be with this vertex. I'm at positive 3, negative 9. Now put a star next to number 6. This one is a little bit different. So before we have arrows and then we have a dot. Now we have some dots here. So I don't know if y'all can see these. Can y'all put a dot here, put a dot here, put a dot here. Now the range is going to be the Y numbers. So because of that, guys, when you have these points, remember the points are always going to be in an X, Y format. But if the range is the Y, this first number, I don't need it. So let's just not even look at those. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to get rid of that one. And get rid of this one. Okay? Because all we need is the Y. But look, I have 6, I have 36, and I have 0. So how do I know which ones to pick? All right? The rule is always going to be my lowest, and then put your symbol, put the Y because we're talking about range, put your symbol, and then the highest. Okay? So lowest for the Y number, I have 6, I have 36, I have 0. So what's happening, this is a little golf. I don't know if you know that's a golf guy. He's golfing, he hits the ball, it goes up, comes all the way down to the floor. But he's on top of a little, like he's on top of something. So the lowest is not going to 6, is not the 6. The lowest is over here, my 0. So my lowest number is 0. And then when the ball keeps going all the way to the highest part, it's going to be 36 is the highest. Okay. So just finish this one right here. Raise a hand. Raise your hand so I can check, make sure you got this one right. All right, there's a lot of Desmos going on. Desmos, 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 is Desmos. Now, number 11 and 12 is Desmos, but there is something that we have to do. All right, I want you to look 11, 12, 13, and 14. These are all Desmos questions, but these have a number. Y'all see this right here? It has an 80. This has a 0. This is a 72. This is a 0. Remember, 0 means nothing. So don't worry about a 0. Don't worry about that. We just put this in Desmos, and then we find our answers. All right, we got two answers here. We have two answers here. Can you all scratch this out? Scratch that out, so it's going to be -3. All right. And I'm going to show you how to do those. All right, how to put those in Desmos. But this is ready. Desmos ready. This is not. Everyone circle the 80. This 80 has to go to the other side. All right. This is a positive 80. I'm going to change it opposite. So the opposite of a positive is going to be a -80. So when you write it down for the Desmos, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it. So put parentheses. I'm going to put a x plus 6 parentheses squared, and then it's going to be a -80. Now this I can put it in Desmos. So Desmos check. All right. Same thing here. Go ahead and circle this number. Move it to the other side. What is the opposite of a positive 72? All right. So you're going to put it in Desmos. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll show you how to do the Desmos ones. This is also Desmos. So we put these. You have the vertex, the axis of symmetry, x-intercept, and y-intercept. So vertex, axis of symmetry, the x-intercept, and the y-intercept. Okay. Now everything starts from the vertex. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in to Desmos, and then I'm going to show you how to get all these answers. It's really easy, really easy. All right, so you have -2x squared. So when you type it in, all right, so we have -2x. Now to get the squared, guys, you have to hit Shift 6. So right here, Shift 6 is going to make it an exponent. That's how you put a little 2. All right, and then we have -4x. And then we have +6. Boom. So now, when you have your Desmos, you're going to have a whole bunch of dots. Click the graph. There's a dot here. That's the vertex. So write this down for vertex. So right here, it's going to be parentheses, -1, 8. All right. My axis of symmetry, all right, from the notes last time, my axis of symmetry has to be x equals. So talking about these notes right here. Let me show you. Axis of symmetry, it cuts it in half with x equals. So put x equals. Now you already have the answer for this one. So put x equals like this. Now this is the x number in the vertex. There you go. That's how you get the axis of symmetry. So if you get the line, if you cut it in half, you're going to be on -1 right here. So that's the vertex. All right, next, the x-intercepts. Now the x-intercepts, this is a lot of the test, all right? The x-intercepts are also called zeros. On the test, it's going to say zeros or x-intercepts. It's the same thing. Okay, so I need to show you. You're usually going to have two answers for this. Okay, so let me go to Desmos. Here, you're going to have this one and this one. You see that dot? This is the x-axis. There you go. That's my x-axis, and it crosses at -3 and +1. So write it down. So I have -3, 0, +1, 0. Now I want you to write this down because I think this is going to happen. Everyone put set. Put some braces like that, some squiggly lines, and then put the -3, 1. So a set is the x only. All right, these are points. A point has parentheses. All right, these are points. But a set has braces, and you don't put all the numbers. You only put the x only. So be very careful on the test. Make sure you know the difference between the points and the set. I think it's going to be like this on the test, okay? And last, guys, the y-intercept. That's also on Desmos. So this is the y line. Click the graph, and you get the dot. That is the y-intercept, 0, 6. 0, comma 6. And there you go. So do the same thing right here. Get your vertex, your axis of symmetry, the x-intercepts, and write it both ways just to practice. For the x-intercept, do it in the points, and then do it in the set. And then y-intercept. Okay. Let's see what else we got. So guys, that's all you do. In Desmos, you put this in Desmos. You put this in Desmos. You put this in Desmos. You kick this over, make it a minus, put it in Desmos. And then you're looking for the solutions. The solutions are the zeros, right? The solutions are just going to be this. That's why it's really easy. The test is easy because you can just click it. Oh, come on. Click it, and then you see a dot. Click it, and you see a dot. So that's why a lot of this Desmos stuff is really easy. Okay. Last thing, this is an old subject, guys. We did this in the beginning of the year. Put combine like terms. So combining like terms means I need to put some stuff together. So put x squared, put a box, x squared. Now combined means I'm going to add, right? Combine means I'm going to add something. So I have an x squared, but there's no more x squareds, so you can't add. Write down 5x squared. But I do have a negative 5x and a 4x. So I'm going to go ahead, negative 5 plus 4. All right, I can put the calculator right here. So negative 5 plus 4. My answer is, sorry, negative 1. So for this one, I'm going to put minus 1x. And then I have negative 7, negative 9. You're going to combine them, so I'm going to add them on my calculator. I can use my calculator. Negative 7 plus negative 9. What do you get? Negative 16. And that's it. Combine like terms. All right, do the same thing right here. Put a square around the x squared. Put a circle around the x. And then just underline the regulars. And add them up. Add them up. Let's see, what's the hardest one? This one. All right, let me see. I'm gonna do that one with you. This one's just Desmos. All right, this one's Desmos. All right. All right, these, I'm gonna do this one with you here. I'm gonna do this one with you here. And is that all? Oh, right here, last one. So this is Desmos, but we have linear, quadratic, exponential, and absolute, right? We have these things. So a linear, write down that linear. And remember, you can use this on the test, so copy this down. Linear is a straight line. A quadratic is a U shape. Okay. Exponential, I'm gonna put EX, move up. An exponential, it looks like a dot with an arrow. So on quadratic, this is an arrow, this is an arrow, this is a dot with an arrow. It looks like an L, I guess. And last one, absolute. It looks really sharp like a V, right? It's almost the same, but this one is sharp. This is smooth. Okay, so just copy that down. Now, you're going to put it in Desmos. You have your problem right here. 3 parentheses, x plus 2, parentheses, and then make sure you hit the little shift 6. All right, so let me go ahead and show you. So look, when you put it into your Desmos, what does that look like? That looks like a quadratic. So just circle quadratic. Now, on the test, guys, I don't know why you have this graph. Like, you don't need this. Just take it out. Just circle, it's a quadratic because it looks like this, right? If it was like a V shape, it would be absolute. If it looked like an L shape, it'd be exponential. So that's why it's really easy. Just put it in Desmos, and then circle the answer. So do the same thing right here. Put in Desmos and then circle the answer. Okay? Once you're done, show it to me, guys. Once you're done, show it to me. Make sure you put your name on it.